So today we have ourselves week 4 of our Can ChatGPT Actually Pick Good Stocks series. And unfortunately, it's not going super well. So we've been doing this for about 4 weeks now, and the whole premise of this goal or task is that we give ChatGPT $10,000, obviously it's fake money, and we ask it to make stock picks. And the goal of this is to see how reliable is ChatGPT. Can it pick good stocks? Are the stocks it picks bad? What's going on? And maybe we can learn together a little bit more about the financial world. Now, in this particular circumstance, on week 1, we went ahead and we said, hey, here's what we have. Go ahead and make some choices. Tell us what to buy. And we did exactly what it said it was supposed to do. And so far, every week, as we've done this, we've done exactly what GPT tells us to do. But I think we're starting to get to the point to where maybe something's going wrong. Now, I realize that the economy has kind of been all over the place, especially with a lot of the geopolitical things that are going on. And I think that that could be kind of what's causing a little bit of our issue here. So let's take a look at the Google Doc and kind of discuss what happened. And then we're going to export it and we're going to give it to GPT and see what does it think we should do. As we look over here, we will see that Nvidia has been our biggest loser. We've lost about 23% of what we put into it. Kind of sucks, but I guess it is what it is. And you can see that we have losses all across the board. Just about every single one of these companies is into double-digit loss territory. The only one that has had any kind of increase is actually Progressive. That one's a little bit interesting to me. I did not expect that or see that coming. So I am curious to ask GPT, why does it think Progressive is actually our winner? Unfortunately, we've lost about $1,500 in this scenario. Maybe it'll come back, maybe it'll come back quickly, but that's a pretty substantial loss for our initial starting point. So we've lost about 14% of what we started with in only 4 weeks. That's kind of wild, if I do say so myself. I know that for my personal portfolio, it is not that dramatic. So I don't know if maybe it's because GPT decided to be very tech heavy. As you can see, we're heavily invested in Apple, Google, Meta, AMD, Nvidia, and Microsoft, all of which are tech giants. Maybe that's what's causing it. But even some of our consumer stuff like PayPal, Block, and Shopify, they're also down by quite a bit. So not entirely sure what's going on. So let's go ahead and export this real fast, ask GPT what does it think, and then we'll kind of go from there. We have GPT open. We've exported our Excel sheet and we put it in here. And the question I'm going to ask first is, I want it to review the document and I want it to make suggestions. So we're going to go ahead and ask our question, and then we're going to see what does it tell us to do. I'm pretty sure that it's probably going to tell us to sell some of our positions because the previous episode, it basically told us once we get to the 10 to 20% range, that's when we should kind of offload. I am kind of getting a little anxious that we keep selling when we're down bad. But, I guess we'll see what it says. So as it looks through this, it's basically telling us that we are having a pretty bad go of things. And let's take a peek here. What does it want us to do? It wants us to diversify. So we are heavily tech stock concentrated, which I said a moment ago, and also which it picked. So interesting. Let's see here. So it's telling us that we want to review underperformers, and then let's see, we want to do some stop loss orders. Can't really do that with this project. This project we can only touch in Monday. So it's whatever ends up happening through the rest of the week to now is when we were going to be able to do anything. So we can see here that it's not really giving us a whole bunch of main things. It's just being very generic. So let's take a peek at why it thinks Progressive is going up. Be the only winner this period. So I asked, why is Progressive going to be the only winner this period? And I'm curious to see what it says. So it lightly reflects on several factors tied to the company's performance, blah, 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 blah. That's normal stuff. Insurance companies like that are considered defensive stocks, meaning they tend to perform well during economic uncertainty and market downturns. Interesting. Did not know that. Now, it could also be an issue with because of rising interest rates. They've had strong earnings. That's probably what actually is going on. They're an auto leader. Yeah, I mean, Progressive is kind of like the big one. You got your State Farm, Progressive, and Geico. Those are the most common ones. I know I've been a client of a couple of those. And let's take a look here. So they have limited exposure to some of our major natural disasters. So I guess that's pretty good. So, I mean, we're kind of where we are, not much we can do. I think what we're going to end up doing is probably sell Nvidia, and then we'll kind of see what it wants to do. We'll give it one more week. If next week we don't see any kind of significant increase, I think Nvidia's got to go. We're losing money hand over fist on that, but we also need to get some diversity in our portfolio based off of GPT. So where are we going to go? I think next week is where we're going to make some major moves. That will basically be one full solid month of money sitting in the account. We'll see what it does, and then we'll kind of go from there. I think if this is the best time to consider looking at other companies to invest in, leave a comment below. What other ones do you think we should ask GPT to invest in? Maybe we look more towards healthcare. Maybe we look more towards food. I don't know. I'm curious, but I think we got to give it one more week. But if we continue with this downward trend, we might run out of money before our 6-month challenge is up. So I guess we're going to see what happens. This one's a quick one, just to kind of recap. It's not been a great 4 weeks. We've definitely lost a lot on this project. Again, it's play money, so it's not real money, but it's an experiment to see what would happen if you basically let a computer decide what your investments are going to be. If you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button, hit subscribe. I have more videos posted every day on the World of Well and Septic, and I look forward to talking to you guys later.